My name is Mingle NYC, and I'm from Queens. I'm a graphic designer, creative director. I'm an artist. I'm a creator. I feel like I am a creator. I'm a creator in all aspects of the art, or art in all ways. Like, there's not one specific field I haven't encountered in art. I feel like I try to express myself through all fields of art. I try to touch on everything. I knew I wanted to become an artist in kindergarten when I was working on a project. It was basically you had to draw your initials, and this girl Desiree came in first place, and I felt some type of way. So that's when I realized yo, I'm about to take this art shit for real. I started with painting on walls, like graffiti, and then after that I realized it's better on canvas. So I started pushing to do more work on canvas, commission pieces, and I started doing murals. And then after that I started working on jewelry, and then just random stuff, painting on clothing, working with fashion designers and making little collabs and stuff, videos, all types of stuff, dancing, whatever I can do to express myself. A lot of people limit their possibilities and they think that they have to stick to one thing in order to be popping. I feel like that's so limiting, because of course I could spend 1,000 hours doing one thing, but at the end of the day, that one thing is not going to be the only thing that makes me happy, especially since I find interest in many things at one time, and I can't always be one-track minded. But even with that being said, I feel like when you tackle as many things as possible, you still get things done, and at the end of the day, people are going to recognize you for being able to do multiple things at once. I started a YouTube page because a lot of people were like, yo, you should put this on YouTube. We want to watch you on YouTube. So I was I've been contemplating it for 3 years and I haven't took action. So I was okay, I'm going to do it. Now I have a YouTube. So far, the videos that I've been posting have been art shows that I've been going to, and a lot of yoni talk, which is basically a female's vagina. That's one of my favorite videos up there right now. You should check it out. So what made me start my food blog was the fact that I have to eat, and I realized that I can get really creative when it comes to making food look good. So I was yo, why don't I just make a food blog and take pictures of all my creations? Because it's technically art, And I just started experimenting with different plant-based meals, and I even made empanadas for a while and sold empanadas, and it was really fun. I'm still doing that too, by the way. It's all plant-based, all healthy eats, I don't know if my wave has a name. I feel like I'm on my own wave. I'm on my make more with less wave. I'm going to just do me, and I'm going to make with what I have, because that's all I have right now. It's my wave. Success to me is basically being able to become your highest version every day. When you're able to, I feel like success to me is being able to express yourself. Yeah, I love throwing events. I love hosting events. I love curating events. I love giving artists platforms to express themselves, basically. And it's really hard to throw events at times, because now that I'm older, I can see that, you need a marketing team to promote it and to target the audience that you want. Or sometimes you can't always rely on your entourage or your friends or people around you to pull up to certain events and buy a piece, because they're they're people you know. So what I learned about throwing events is that you need to put yourself out there. You need to meet new people. You need to find you need to meet new people, and you need to find people that are willing to interact with each other. You want to have an event where people can vibe. That's my whole idea. I try to get as many different people into one room as possible, so they all have something to talk about, and they're all not used to seeing each other at every single event. So it's all about the vibes. Throwing events is difficult, but when you have a team to do it with, because nobody can do something alone, when you have a team, you can do so much more. Yeah, society has a way of making females feel like they need somebody to make them happy, or that they need to please somebody to make them happy, and to be the perfect wife or the perfect partner. Nah, it's a dub. Nah, we don't need to depend on anybody to make us happy. We can make our own selves happy. We don't need anybody to tell us what to do when we can do it for ourselves. If you take time to be selfish, I like to use that term, being selfish. if you take time to be selfish, you'll understand that, like, at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. Like, you can be selfless and help others as well, but no one is going to help you as much as you can help yourself. So take that opportunity to be selfish as much as possible and love yourself. Basically, what I just want to continue doing is inspire people and allow people to express themselves and give them a platform to be able to do it. That's pretty much it. Like, I want to be able to have my own space where I can invite people over and we can have our own open ciphers and, like, classes, paint and sips. Like, I just want to have a space where everybody could come through and they can express themselves and feel free to express themselves without being limited or judged by other people.
My name is Kayla, also known as Boxwine. I'm 21 years old and I'm a visual artist based in Brooklyn, New York. I do damn near every type of visual art, like illustrations, photography, styling, creative direction. I consider the modeling work that I've been able to do as visual art since it's me. But yeah, just making pretty shit.
Layla, full name? Layla Renee Kulan. That's all. I do photography, but before photography I did oil painting in high school. I was supposed to go into FIT for oil painting, but I changed it to photography because that was more something that was easier for me and I was used to. So that was my standing point. I was really into darkroom. Darkroom is like, it's like how photography began, and it's like something that is a struggle for other people because, like, they don't know how to process film, they don't know how to do much of, like, just getting their shit done. So I did darkroom. I fell in love with darkroom because I like the smell of the chemicals and all that stuff. I like the fact that everything comes out black and white. There's also color, but that's easy. But like some of the pictures I take are mostly like documentary photography, or sometimes it'll be fashion if I want it to be fashion. Then when I got into darkroom, I started getting into more digital work, because digital is like something that you need to know now since it's like 2018 already. Like, you need to get that shit done. And that's how it started. That's how my passion became into photography. The first one was actually, I think I did a documentary of my my grandma at first, but I didn't get to finish it, so I put a pause on that. But what got me into documentary is like I love watching movies a lot, and I like watching a lot of documentaries too. I watched this one documentary of like trans, and it got me into like, oh, this is like really neat. Like, people are actually like trying to get into people's life and like put it out there, you know. There was this one photographer that got me into documentary photography. I forgot her name, but she did like a series of like gay and lesbians in Taiwan, where she like took pictures of like how their lifestyle is and like the culture of their culture, because it seems like they don't accept like gays and lesbians yet, so like I guess it's like a struggle for them that live in Taiwan. So that's got me into it. So the documentary types of pictures I be doing is like mostly, so I did this one series of my mom where like I just like followed her around with my camera and basically took pictures of like what she did, her lifestyle and all that stuff. It was like interesting. That's like one of the series that got me into young arts because of that. Just like, it was also black and white, so I think that was more like legit. Right now I'm doing a series of my stepdad, because I never really had a father figure, but since he's been in my life more than like my actual father, I treat him as my father, even though he's kind of like shitty. But that's still like a older guy I have been around with and has like taken care of me. So I'm doing a series on that, like the lifestyle of like how mine and his like came to be. So some shit like that. Like, that's like kind of like how documentaries be, you know. I really like National Geographic magazine because they do some of like documentary like shit. So that's like something I really want to do. At first I wanted to do photojournalism, but I can't write for shit, so that's going to be a no. But that's like something I'm really interested in. Traveling and then documenting my travel life and shit that I come across. Like I hope I come across like some cool people I could document. I'm not sure yet. That's like a question that I feel like no one really knows because I can't really define my future yet. I'm still lost at what I want to do. Like I love doing photography, but I'm not sure if it's like a hobby yet or it's just something like I want to do career-wise. But until now, once I like graduate from FIT, since it's my last year, I'm just trying to like see if I could travel more in the United States or some shit, or like at least try to go out of the country. Like my goal is to save up and to at least like take a trip out of the country. Like that's like something I really want to do. But right now, as like my future, I'm just gonna like see how it goes because I can't really determine that shit.
I definitely love to play around with color stories. A lot of my models, damn near all of my models, they're black. I like to play around with like, you know, the colors and textures that I'm putting onto their bodies, how I'm playing with the light that I'm given in my photography. I've recently been able to walk for Yard and Row, which was super fucking dope. Like, when I say one of the most like diverse casts I've ever seen on the runway, and I'm happy that my little ass got to be a part of it. I've modeled for this black lingerie designer, Adriana Detra. Like, I've done a lot of like creative projects with multiple photographers and stylists. Like, I'm definitely planning on doing more shit in the future too, so I can't even wait to see where that goes.
My name is Spirit. My artist name is Alicia Garden. I'm a creative. I do everything. I do art, I paint, I do commission pieces for people. I do logos for people. I can do your album covers. I'm also a visual artist with, like, sometimes I edit my own videos, take my own videos. I paint pictures. I do music, I rap, I sing, I make beats, I design clothing. I'm out here. I actually only started painting around last year, around this time, like a little bit before this time last year, because I was a writer. Oh, I'm also a writer, and I do poetry. And I was a writer, but I had writer's block. And all my friends, they're all visual artists. So I just, like, I guess subconsciously, like, I'm inspired by that. And I just was like, you know, I need to find a different way to express myself because writing is, like, the only thing that I had that everyone knew that I did. And so I was like, I just want to try something different. So it just started off like a little fun hobby. And then everyone was like, you should sell that. And I was like, money? Okay, I'll sell it. And it became something that I enjoyed and, like, really fell in love with versus just like a hobby or something to take my mind off of it. So like, go to college and shit, because I'm too crazy of a person. Like, I can't sit down for more than like 30 minutes. I can't sit down in the same spot without doing some dumb shit. And I think it's important for me to have my freedom. Like, I don't believe, because even art school, like, people say, then why don't you just go to art school? But it's really important for me to have my creative freedom. I don't believe that somebody could teach you how to be creative. And we're in a time where there's so much access. You just have to be disciplined enough to want to find out information. So I'm the type of person that I like to research things. So basically, school is just memorization of the things that you're researching. And it's like, I already enjoy doing that at home. I already enjoy reading. I already enjoy finding out new information. So I just have to find the discipline in myself. And I think I could do anything without people telling me what to do. So I started selling my art. outside, which I probably still would do. I would still sell my art in the summertime when it's nice and like this and that. But I started selling my art outside, and then I started selling my art in train stations and the subway. And it's really hard because you have like this stigma that like, okay, like people are probably gonna think like I'm homeless or some shit, like because I'm in the train station selling art, or people, and then to just watch all the people that will literally just walk past you, like, and it's like when the one person comes to you, like you're so happy, like, oh shit, like somebody notices me. And it's basically like your whole entire success is reliable a lot on other people and what they believe, and if they believe in you or not. So it's really important to be sure of what you're doing, like to know that there is no other route for you. Because if somebody asks me, what else do you want to do, if there's a plan B, there's no plan B. So I have no choice but to try to be successful in the thing that I'm doing, because I don't believe that I can do anything else and be truly happy. So you have to, the support comes from yourself, because there's going to be times where you have a block or it's slow and nobody's really buying your shit or nobody's really listening to your music. And you have to believe in yourself still. Like, you have to be able to still have the courage to know that this is really what you want to do. I just want to be able to exist on my own without depending on one thing or depending on anyone for my living situation or this or that. So money isn't part of it, but it's more so when I get to the point where I'm fully confident, because I feel like the energy you give out is the energy you get back. And sometimes I give out a very awkward, shy energy, and so it's like people will approach me and be awkward and shy because that's what I'm giving out. So I'm gonna feel truly successful when I'm the person that I want to fully be, like out loud in front of everyone, comfortable with myself. That's when I'll be truly successful. And I know that that's a part of like me being successful at the work that I'm doing, because once I feel like I'm getting booked for as many shows as I can, and once all my paintings are selling, or I'm just truly in a mode where I'm like working and I feel productive, I'll feel successful, even if I don't have my own crib or if I don't have 10 big booty bitches. I'll still feel successful if I know that I'm being productive and if I feel like I'm being productive, because sometimes I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So it's hard, but if you know that this is the only thing for you, that you want to be an artist, that you want to be in control of your own business, then there's no giving up, because there's only one option. I just want to inspire people to leave my little mark on the world. That's really it.
I know that I want to collaborate with a lot more designers and artists and just general creatives of color. I know that for myself, I want to see myself kind of challenged, just be more challenged, challenge myself in general. I want to see a lot of bigger projects, a lot of projects that just took more thought into it. I've slowly seen myself do that already, but I kind of want to see the next level of that.
You go to bullshit, my nigga.
My name is Ayade. Yeah, Ayade Rice. I was just thinking about it. I feel like every day I'm completely aware of the fact that every day and every second and every moment that everything is changing. But I feel like recently it's really kind of hit me that everything is always gonna change and you can't really do anything about that. So to just be with the flow of the universe and not try to force things or try to change things in any way, and to realize that it's okay and that challenges are needed for the beautiful things that happen in life. And I've had a lot of challenges lately, and I think it's so beautiful actually, because I'm learning a lot, and I don't think if I wasn't having those challenges that maybe I wouldn't be learning. I feel so back and forth, or I feel so mixed up in so many things. I don't know. Everything is happening all the time, and it's I'm scared sometimes. I'm scared, and I want people to fucking know that everything isn't always rainbows and butterflies, that it's not always this beautiful thing, there are times in life when it's like heavy shit happens and you're like, am I gonna like, if I can make it through this, then I can make it through anything, you know? It's like some real shit. Like, life is crazy, and it's beautiful though. Like, I'm realizing like it's also necessary. If anything were different, if any single thing were different, I would be completely different. I just want everyone to know that like I just want to be real, you know? Like, I crave like honesty, and like I feel it's easy to feel alone. Like, it's so easy to feel like I'm the only person that feels like this. I'm the only person that is experiencing these things, and why is it happening to me? Why is it happening to me? But we all have so many things. We just have to express it. If we don't say that all these things are happening, how do we know? If we don't express that, oh, well, shit, like, shit's pretty fucked up right now, then how would we know? But it's okay to not be okay, right? It's okay to, like, it's all good, like, it's all beautiful. Even the bad stuff, or even the low moments, I feel like it's necessary. And I feel like I learned the most. Maybe not all people, I don't know, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but I feel like I learned the most about myself. Like, they say how you react to something says a lot about how that person, like the character of the person. I think my dad was saying that. And yeah, I feel like that. And I'm learning, like, the universe and everything and everyone around me challenging me and giving, and beautiful things are happening as well. And that's what the back and forth is about. It's crazy. It's like I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful for every single thing. It's like I have all of these amazing opportunities, amazing people, amazing energy, and then just everything is back and forth. Everything can be great 1 second and then bad the next, and then back. And I think it's all like the arrow effect. It has to be pulled back to go forward, and repeat. So, but yeah, I've been trying to. How I feel about what I experience. I want to reflect that in all art that I create in any way. I love to express in all ways, and through acting and through making stuff more fun and like groovy and adding color to life and expressing and through words. And I'm trying to learn to do that. I have a bad habit of holding in, of focusing on other people and other situations and stuff, and not expressing how I feel possibly. But I want to be vulnerable at all times, and whatever projects I have coming up the way, like I was saying earlier, like I feel like something big is about to happen. And I feel like it's all necessary. Like, I know, I'm like, something is gonna happen. So if it happens, you can look back at this and be like, yeah, she said something big was gonna happen.
I don't like to stay in one place. Like, I'm planning on going to Europe this summer, which I'm so fucking excited for. I'm planning on moving to San Diego, which I'm completely terrified about, but very excited as well. And yeah, I don't know what I'm doing after that, but I'm definitely gonna be doing some shit. Like, I plan on my European trip, like, I wanna find all the black people in Europe. That's my like end goal. Like, I want to find all the black people in Europe and do fun Black Euro stuff. I want to visit shit. I'm thinking that I could do a week in London, a week in Berlin, and then if I do really, really good, because I also want to do gigs, you know, like, I don't want to be completely broke. I don't want to spend all of my money. So I definitely want to do some gigs, and if I do really, really good, I'm thinking of treating myself for a trip to Italy, but that's a here's hoping type of thing. But if I do go to Italy, you're definitely going to see me smoking a blunt on a gondola. That's my only goal. Like, I will fully go to Italy just to do that shit and be like, all right, I'm ready to go. Like, that's all I came here for.
My name is Alia, aka Skunt Flower, SKUNT Flower.
When I die, will it be heaven, hell? I'm too smart to be in jail, but even smarter niggas fail. I don't know, bitch, I glow like she so. I don't think y'all hear me though. Probably cause y'all feel me though. And y'all call me family, no. That's a dog, I'm a bear, not a cop. My block hotter than a top. I just hope we rise above. Try to put us in a trance. Told the devil I can't dance. I'm a rapper just like Chance. Do I really have a chance? I can't even trust my mans. Do you even trust my plans?
Flowers. Honestly, I was tired of going to parties and getting dressed up and like having people spill stuff on my expensive garments. Even if it wasn't expensive, I still cherished my clothes. Like this one, I was like, oh my God, clothes over everything. Like spend my last on shit, on clothes. But then after a while, I'm just like, nah, I want to be cozy, but still be fake fly. So around that time, around like maybe December, I had ordered some hoodies just to wear them for the coziness. But I had a sewing machine I never really used unless I was sewing pants or something together. I'm like, yo, let me try something out. And for some reason, I always drew these vines on like a lot of stuff. A lot of my drawings, I always had this. So I seen like, oh, let me try to practice a stitch that got vines or like leaves in them. Something that will go with a flower when they hear sunflower. So then after that, I was just practicing, and I went outside one day, and somebody like, yo, where you get that sweater from? And I'm like, I made it. And they like, oh, do you have any more? Like, what's up? Because I made more than one. They were just like, yo, you selling them? And then I'm just like, yo, I definitely should. And my boyfriend was like, yo, that's fucking wavy, like, do it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, it's a thing. Like, a problem I face is I'm a very visual person, like, very vocal, too. So it's just like, when I want to do a certain type of shoot or something, it just, like, I'm just unorganized as fuck. So it never really goes as planned, but I'm really trying to take my time and really work on it, because rushing just because I know the money is there is not gonna come out to a good product. And I don't want nobody saying like, oh, this is whack, like everything's coming apart, oh, this looks rushed, like it's unfinished. So that would be my main problem, is just getting everything I want out how I want it. But in due time, it will come out how I want it, because I'm gonna take my time with it. Like, I don't want to have no big shop. I want to have something little where I have like interns or something that I'm paying to do the stitch and like. But I still want it to be from my hands, because this is my, like, everything, every single sweater, I put in that work for it. Like, all the stitching, all the cutting sews, like, I do all that myself. Sweaters I'm making now, and it's just one of those, like, one of that sweater, like, just one. Everybody like, I want that, I'm like, nah, because when I make one of ones, I'll be putting in, like, time and effort. Like, it was one sweater I had for, like, 3 months. It's a 3-pocket hoodie, but I did not know what to do with those sweaters. And I'm like, nah, I just don't want to just put the stitch on them and sell them. Like, no. And then I finally came with that 3-pocket hoodie, and that shit was so wavy. And my bro like, I need that. I'm dropping anything for it. I'm like, give me 100. He like, got you. And I'm like, oh shit, like, you dead ass? No, bro. He's like, nah, this is really fire. Like, honestly, I'm the first one in my family to do a lot. I'm the first one to fucking graduate high school. I'm the first one to have my own crib out of everybody, like, as young as I am. So it really came from just me wanting to, basically I ain't like being told what to do. I still don't. So it's sometimes you gotta amend, but it just came from seeing where things that you create by yourself can go. And it was just like, let me try it. Like, why not? So I want them to know they can do anything they put their mind to. I know you heard that a million times, but it was just, like, I was mostly a painter before this, like, but I was always into fashion. But, like, it's kind of weird. Everything is just weird. But overall, like, I want them to know, like, you can still be flying cozy wear, like, or you can do what you want to do, or you can be who you want to be, like, just be yourself.
nobody ain't gonna nobody going to the grave with you, and nobody was born with you. You heard? So.
Hey. Alright guys, it's time to go. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you soon, hopefully. Or maybe you'll see me soon.